In this video, I'm going to show you how to generate images using text, turn a screenshot into a render, turn a sketch into a render, turn a floor plan into a render, remodel a room, and how to edit images, as in add, remove, and edit things within the image. All of the prompts that I use in this video are linked in the description below. Let's go ahead and jump right in. Let's turn a text prompt into a client-ready render in just under 30 seconds. This is how to generate an image using Nano Banana. Let's head over to gemini.google.com. In the top left, click New Chat. We're going to create an architectural image using just text. This typically seems like a pretty straightforward method for most people, but there are actually a lot of tricks that you can use to create better images. Let me show you two ways. The first way, let's just type the prompt regularly. I said, create me a house on the side of a cliff. It's a bright sunny day, birds in the sky, the architecture has warm wood details and reflections in the glazing. Click the plus icon and click Create Image. You can go into Pro mode, or you can use Flash or Flash Lite. Typically, I keep it in Pro mode, but if you want to create a lot of quick iterations, you can just use a Flash mode. Go ahead and click Submit or press Enter. And this is the output from that prompt. Now I'm going to show you a better way to do it using a Nano Banana prompt system that I've created. You can find it linked in the description below. Let's click New Chat, click the plus icon, and create image. Now I'm going to copy and paste the prompt that's linked in the description below for professional image generation. The prompt comes with a lot of brackets that you can fill in, like design controllers. Is it a single-family home, museum, coffee shop, hotel? The architecture style. Is it modern, brutalist, minimalist, mid-century modern? The material palette. Is it concrete and glass? Aesthetic. Is it luxury, minimal, or warm modern? All of these are options that you can change, and they come with the prompt already pre-filled in. You simply just choose what you want. I'm going to go ahead and fill these out. For the design controllers, I said it's a single-family home. I want it to be parametric, organic, modern. I want concrete and glass, warm wood and stone. And the aesthetic, I want it to be natural and organic. For the scene controllers, I want the environment to be a coastal cliff. I want the lighting to be a bright sunny day. For the camera controllers, I want an exterior perspective. And for the output, I want a 1-to-1 square ratio. The square brackets are great because they make sure you don't forget anything. Whenever you're done, click Submit or press Enter. These are the two variations we created. The one on the left is without using the Nano Banana prompt system, and the one on the right is using the prompt system. The prompt system comes in handy because it gives you repeatable and easily adjustable results, and it already comes pre-filled in, so a lot of times all you have to do is delete a couple things and what you want is already in there. AI is now the fastest way to create renderings for architecture. Let's turn a screenshot into a rendering. Click plus, create image, click plus again, and upload files. Now you're going to upload the screenshot image of your model. I'm going to copy and paste the prompt that's linked in the description below. For the task, let's turn the uploaded screenshot of my building into a high-quality architectural rendering. For the material palette, I chose concrete, glass, wood, marble-like stone, and metal panel. For the weather and time of day, I set a bright, sunny summer day with God rays. For entourage, I said I want a family outside on the lawn that's enjoying the weather and playing games. Because the lawn of this house doesn't go all the way to the edge of the image, I put a quick note at the end of the prompt that said, extend the lawn of the home to the edge of the image. When you're done, submit. And this is the output image from that prompt. This next technique can turn any of your rough sketches into nice photorealistic renderings that are pretty much client ready. This is how to turn a sketch into a rendering. Click the plus icon and create image. Click the plus icon again and upload the file of your sketch. I'm going to copy and paste the prompt that I have linked in the description below for turning a sketch into a rendering. For the task, I'm going to turn the uploaded sketch image into a professionally made architectural rendering. For the material direction, I said concrete paving, wood decking, stone walkways, metal railings, glass structures, brick paths, and gravel landscaped areas. For the landscape style, I said modern minimal, lush green, and some natural meadow. For the weather, I want clear sunny daylight. I don't want it to add any more entourage. I do want it to add more vegetation. And the sketch line overlay is a cool effect that you can add that's built into this prompt. I went ahead and turned it off for this one. For the image ratio, I'm doing 1-to-1. Click Submit or press Enter. This is how you make a floor plan come alive with no Photoshop and no rendering image. Let's turn a floor plan into a rendering. Click the plus icon and click Create Image. Click the plus icon again and upload the file of your floor plan. Copy and paste the prompt that's linked in the description below for turning a floor plan into a render. For the task, I want it to create a floor plan rendering from the uploaded architectural floor plan. For the interior design style, I said minimalist, Japandi, organic modern, and for the output ratio, I want 1-to-1 square ratio. I'm going to click Submit. And this is the output from that prompt. This is actually a technique that's most requested, how to remodel a room. Click the plus icon and click Create Image. Click the plus icon again and upload the image of your empty room. Copy and paste the prompt that's linked in the description below. For the task, I said transform the uploaded empty room into a professionally designed interior using the controller settings below. For the design style, I said Japandi Modern Organic. For the room function, I said living room. For the color palette, I want warm neutrals, bold contrasts, earth tones, monochrome, and soft pastels, etc. I'm kind of leaving that up to Nano Banana to decide. For the materials and textures, I said wood, concrete, and brass. For the furniture to include, I said a low-profile sectional, round coffee table, floating media console, and built-in shelving. Also etc. because, again, I want Nano Banana to decide what other furniture needs to go in there. Decor and accessories, I said sculptural lighting, abstract artwork, indoor plants, mirrors, ceramics, and candles, etc. again. For the scene controllers, I'm going to do natural daylight, and for the ratio, I'm going to say 1:1 square ratio. Click submit or press enter. And this is the output from that prompt. If you don't like it, you can simply click the redo button here at the bottom and try again. Let's turn this stucco or concrete panel facade into a wood paneled facade. Head over into Gemini's Nano Banana, click the plus icon, create image. Click the plus icon and upload the image that you would like to edit. After you uploaded the image, it'll be down here in your prompt bar. Click the image, click the sketch button, and now let's draw a red circle around the facade. This is going to tell Nano Banana where to edit. Click save. One way to do this is you could simply say, only edit the facade inside of the red circle, change it to wood panels. This works most of the time, but every now and then you'll run into errors because it's a pretty basic prompt. I created a prompt that's tailored specifically for editing images in Nano Banana with annotations. You can find it linked in the description below. So I'm going to copy and paste the prompt that's linked in the description. I'm going to delete the magenta and orange circle annotations. This prompt makes it so Nano Banana will only edit what's inside of the red circle. I said change the concrete facade panels to be highly articulated and thoughtfully balanced wood panel facade with moments of glazing and structure showing through. Press enter or submit. And this is the output from that prompt. If you wanted to make any more edits to it, you can simply use the sketch tool again and circle the areas that you want to edit. Let's say I want this glass to go from top to bottom, and I want it to go from top to bottom here as well. It's okay to have multiple circles on the same image. Click save, and now let's copy and paste the prompt that we used earlier. Remove magenta and orange circle. Under the red circle command, I said change the glazing to be top to bottom and match the glazing on the left side of the building. Go ahead and click submit. And this is the output from that prompt. It went ahead and made the glazing full height. Last but not least, let's go over how to edit multiple things at the same time in an image. Let's go ahead and start a new chat. Click the plus icon and create image. Click the plus icon again and upload the image that you want to edit. After it's uploaded, it should show in the prompt bar. Click into it. I'm just going to zoom in on my browser so that we can see this image closer. The prompt that I created uses 3 different colors for the annotations. It'll use the red circle, the orange circle, and the magenta circle. I chose these 3 colors because they're more than likely the ones that are going to stand out in your image. If your image already has like magenta, orange, and red in it, you can just swap those colors out for black, green, blue, or gray. First, I want to change all of these vases to be white stone. I'm going to circle this vase and this vase. Next, I'm going to change this couch to be one of those cool graffiti couches I've seen all over Pinterest. Let's go ahead and circle that in orange. And lastly, this chandelier in the back could probably use a little bit more detail, so I'm going to circle that in magenta. After we're done, click save. Next, I'm going to copy and paste the prompt that's linked in the description below. And you can see we have the 3 options now: red circle, orange circle, and magenta. For the red circle, I said change the wood pots to be white stone pots. For the orange circle, I said do not change the shape or design of the couch. Change its materials to match the uploaded reference image of the graffiti couch. Because I can't simply just say graffiti couch, I'm going to upload a reference image of the couch. Click the plus icon and upload the reference image. For a magenta circle, I said the chandelier is confusing. Simplify it so it makes sense and it's constructible. After you're done, press enter or click submit. You can see that it did a pretty good job with all of the edits. I mean, this image isn't beautiful. This is not something that I think somebody would actually design, but it just goes to show that you can make several edits at the same time without altering anything else about the image. The reason why I limited the prompt to only addressing 3 different annotations is because typically Nano Banana will error out if you do more than 3 at a time. It's just not smart enough yet. In the future, I'm sure that'll change. As for now, I would stick to doing 3 edits at a time max. I think I'm going to back off from the graffiti couch a little bit because there's no way I'm going to post this video with that graffiti couch in it. So I'm just going to circle it in red, click save, and then I'm going to edit it accordingly. And this is the output from that image. The biggest problem that people are going to run into is when you ask it to do something and it doesn't listen. For instance, in this image, I circled this part of the facade and this part of the facade, and I said create full height glazing in those areas. The output actually turned out to look like this, which is not what I asked for. In order to get the output that I wanted, you simply can click redo. A lot of times that'll just give you what you want. If you notice that the output consistently looks the same and it's just not doing what you ask it, the next best step is to just click new chat and redo it. If you like the video, please like the video and subscribe down below if you want to see future content just like this. Over there are 2 videos that I think you'll really enjoy. If you want to support the channel further, check out the YouTube memberships for this channel. You get a lot of great architecture-related benefits, and your name gets featured at the end of the video like these amazing people right here. Thanks for watching.